We're in for a long winter should the war in the Ukraine continue. That's the warning from the Automobile Association as we brace for a possible more than R2 increase in the price of petrol per litre next month. Volatility in the global oil price has us digging deeper into our pockets, and the Energy Department's revealed that we could soon see them introduce fuel rationing at petrol stations to avoid running out. DA MP Kevin Mileham joins us now to discuss this further. Kevin, thanks so much for your time. So the rationing of fuel is a possibility, but just how likely is it? Should South Africans be worried?
I think, good morning, first of all. I think it's a little bit premature to say that it's likely. I think it's something we need to be aware of. We've got a number of issues affecting our refined fuel products pipeline, particularly the fact that a number of our refineries have closed down. So over the last 2 years, we've seen 3 major refineries close down. That's about 63% of our refining capacity. But that doesn't mean that we are facing an imminent shortage of fuel. The fuel that we use, we can purchase from foreign refineries, mega refineries, and import that and make up our shortfall that way.
Are we prepared? Should we get to a stage where we have to ration fuel? Are you happy with government's plans?
So I think one of the bigger concerns is that we do not have strategic fuel reserves in South Africa. You may recall some years ago that then Minister Tina Joemat-Pettersson sold South Africa's fuel reserve stocks. That was crude oil stocks that she sold. But we don't have any refined fuel reserves. We don't really have sufficient crude reserves to keep our transport, our mining, our agriculture sectors operating at full capacity. And then we need to remember that when we have load shedding, Eskom's using 9 million litres of diesel a day to keep the lights on. Some may say that they're not even accomplishing that. But the point is that we don't have the reserves, and we need to make sure that we have a secure pipeline of refined products coming into South Africa.
The most pressing issue right now, Kevin, is the possible increase in fuel prices come a few weeks' time. Should we be doing more? Is there more that could be done to lessen the burden on South Africans?
Absolutely, and it's something that we as the DA and civil society have been calling for a long time. As far back as 2017, we've been saying that we need to comprehensively review the pricing model that is used to determine the fuel price in South Africa. Now, a lot of our pump price goes to taxes. About 35% of what you pay at the pump goes to taxes. Some of that goes to the Road Accident Fund, some of that goes to the General Fuel Levy, and that accounts for about 6% of the revenue of the country comes in through the petrol price. So we need to review that, whether that is a viable model for fuel pricing. The second thing that we need to look at is the bigger picture. How do we mitigate the impact of conflict in other areas? How do we mitigate the impact of supply line challenges on our fuel products? How do we make sure that doesn't impact on petrol pricing and diesel pricing and paraffin pricing?
Kevin, unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut you short there. We need to quickly cross over to a live event that is on the go right now.